Hey there guys, we're taking a look at Hitman 3 running on the i5-1135G7. Now this is currently running at 1080p and this is the in-game benchmark running at the lowest possible settings. And honestly, you're going to be getting about a 30 FPS experience for the most part because those 1% lows are pretty tight compared to the average. That means there's not going to be much fluctuation in the FPS and you're going to have a very consistent experience, which is really what you want the most. If a game's going to be running at 30 FPS, you want it to be as close to always 30 FPS as possible, and this is a pretty good showing at that. This is going to give you a very console-like experience at a resolution that a lot of consoles do not hit. 720p though just gives you a noticeable improvement in performance. We're starting to get close to a 60 FPS average, and 50 in a lot of regions is what we consider 60 over here in the US, so it really just depends on what your TV standards are set to. Now, you might have noticed that little flash there. That was an artifact that I'm not really 100% sure why it happened, but it really kept happening only in this specific benchmark. I just kept it in there because you got to know about it, but I never got it to actually occur in the actual game. In fact, while playing the game in 720p at the lowest possible settings, the performance was just so good that I had an absolute blast playing like this. I love this franchise, and being able to just fully play the third game here in a way that isn't like a chore to try to play, because sometimes you will have games where you feel like you are struggling just to get it to run properly, where you really got to fight it to get it to be functional. And that's not a case here. Really, it's just set everything to low, load it in 720p, don't even have an FPS counter, and get lost in the game. So this is a straight up recommendation for me because this is a fantastic game to play on here, and it runs so well, and you gain access to like all three of the games in one. It's kind of like a lot of content in here, and it does such an amazing job just running on here. And I mean, yeah, you can kind of get away with playing it in 1080p, but I really just wouldn't recommend it, just because it's going to be more of a chore than just setting it to 720p and forgetting about it, because the game experience is just going to be really good. And if you are a 30 FPS gamer, you can raise things at 720p to get a little bit of visual quality back while just playing the game at 720p. Like if you have, a handheld device like a GDP Win or something, it's not a bad way to go about it. But anyways, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to subscribe and check out the affiliate links down below to help support the channel, and I will see you guys later.